So if you just go start, chart 5, and it's going to start lab chart for you. Close all of these, file, open, and there's the HRV default here.
Yeah.
So that's going to set up your HRV.
Okay, yeah.
So that's set up. And then you can start file new, I think. And then it just starts it new. So then you can press start, and it will start recording it for you. You can open this so it can become bigger. And it started a new
And then
HRV.
show how you can minimise it again just by
Yeah.
going in that middle box, just in case it's not. Yeah, that one.
All of this
Yeah.
is going to be your HRV analysis. So if you then stop it, you start your recording or whatever, stop
Just
it.
For the record, this is showing a trace now because Danny has the electrodes on his
Yeah.
chest. So
Yeah.
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 So then,
it'll be flatline if there's no electrodes
Yeah.
connected to a chest.
well, hopefully.
Yeah. yeah. If it's big enough signal when it doesn't
Yeah.
have.
Then to analyze it, so you'd start whatever your test is, you'd stop it, then to analyze your specific 5 minutes of your interview, say, go analyze. This is your channel 1 because it's channel 1. Now, you can analyze the whole data, so
Yeah.
from start to finish, or you can do a selection of just your 5 minutes. So you just click selection to select whatever your 5 minutes is.
So you should be able to see in the top left, it's telling you it's on channel 1. That's why you're
Yeah.
picking something up because it's
Yeah.
down on the box here. It's plugged
Yeah.
in. I don't know if you want to just look at
That's
it.
why
It's
I
on
said
channel 1
to
there.
you.
So if
put it
that
on
plug was just
channel
in the
one.
wrong place,
Yeah,
that
the
might be
numbers
the
will be
only
there.
reason why you're not seeing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
All right. This is another troubleshooting thing.
So
to
then
consider.
you could click this R wave detection. All of this pretty much keep it the same. These are the normal values. R wave detection. See, these are the, it's usually between this range, minus 0.1149, but,
Between that and what?
and
And the
minus,
negative
yeah,
equivalent.
yeah. Now this, I had to, sometimes you have to make sure that this is not inverted. Don't invert
Okay.
it ever,
Right.
because then if you invert it, you suddenly have, it won't read your HRV data,
Okay, yeah.
because it's gonna be reading only minus 0.1149.
Yeah, and below that. So
Yeah.
this is cutting
So
off
just
everything.
don't
Yeah.
try and read it and make sure it's within this value. If it's by any chance picking up a wrong signal, you can come and adjust this to read. I'll tell you why, because you're gonna have to read this data, and it's gonna try and pick up the electrical signal between that line. So this is the line it's reading now,
Yeah.
and you're measuring the RR waves. So you're measuring that, essentially that gap. That's what it's measuring.
Yeah.
Now, if that line is too far up, so if you made it,
Just go 1.
1, it's not going to read it. You see,
okay, so-
it's going to say to you that it's 0, whereas
Jeez.
it's not. And
Yeah.
you try and keep it to minus 0. What was it? 1148.
849 or something.
See, then it will read all of those peaks.
Yeah.
You don't really need to touch all of that. That's pretty much set up for you. But if you see that somebody's signal is within higher, then you can come and adjust it to make sure it reads all of that. So that's all right. Then close all of that and highlight the section you want. So say
Which is
10.
yeah, it's according to time.
Yeah, this is the
So you
second.
identify the
Yeah.
period
Yeah.
during which they're being interviewed.
Yeah, you'd have
Yeah.
to mark it
And
to make
preparing
sure
for
that
it.
Yeah,
you know they
where-
started their interview at
15
15
When
seconds.
you say mark it, you mean mark it on paper?
Yeah,
When it
I had
started on
to.
the timeline?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I had. I had essentially a pad, and
So I'd hit it.
Just note it.
yeah, you note down that it's at 15 seconds they started. You can also put once you finish, you can put a note. So you can put how did I put a note? I inserted, you can insert like a little note thing. What was it? Control Z?
That
Please.
tends to be undos. Is it not
Yeah.
control in? Maybe.
Nope.
No, you
Nope.
don't, of course. Is it append? In the note?
I basically just put in a note
Is it not one of the
Just-
buttons?
Can you right click or?
Yeah, you might be able to right click, that's true. Comment options? Is it?
Ah, set marker.
Oh, there we go. There we go. You're still filming, Dan?
Yes, yes.
Is it?
And then you just set the
Still
marker
there.
that you know that that's where they started.
Yeah.
Then you highlight. So 15 seconds, say, oh, well, we've only done a few seconds. But say you started from here, 4 to 15. That's the period of time that you had the interview, HRV, calculate, and it's calculated for you.
Oh, brilliant.
Just that selection. So just from 1 to there. Well, no, it's calculated. Oh, hold up. Because I've had it on whole channel. Selection, okay?
Glad you're getting all this in video.
Yeah.
And then it says
Yes.
recalculate. So, it's calculated just that period of time.
Brilliant.
11.
Only from 4 to 15.
Yeah.
Now, when you minimize it, this is pretty much all you need to know. All of this stuff here. So you have your high frequency, low frequency, LF to HF ratio.
You'll learn about these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I definitely
Yeah.
need to learn more about these
Yeah.
as well, actually.
Essentially,
I
when
did a
you're
bit for the
when you're
paper.
doing HRV, 3 things you're looking at is low frequency, the high frequency, and the LF to HF ratio.
Okay, yeah.
So these are the most important. Now you then have, if you're doing heart rate, you have your heart rate here as well. Where's our
Yeah.
average heart rate? Yeah,
7.9.
Just a bit nervous.
Yeah.
a tiny
Plus
bit.
using the crutches to get here.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I used.
That's
I just
great.
use these, those
That's-
3 numbers.
What I
Now
think
you
of it-
can see also from the heart rate pretty much how much they stressed, because if you've got a heart rate of 120, you know
Yeah.
something's happening there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something else we could have included as well.
Yeah.
You didn't actually have it in yours, so we didn't need
No.
to. There's something else you could include as
Heart
an
rate, yeah.
independent measure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of your data, Steph,
Yeah.
when the review comes back from the paper, they may want, because all I'd put in,
Yeah.
if you had a look at it, was the correlation matrix,
Yeah.
because I didn't have room for
Yeah.
anything else. A reviewer might actually ask for the data, they might
Yeah.
want to look at it, in which case I'll need to retrieve this stuff.
This
So
is
do we have that in one big file showing it for all participants?
yeah. We
Did
don't
you
have it
put
in
it-
one file.
Did you put it in an SPS data file though?
I've yeah, I think I sent it to you.
Okay, well
sent
maybe
you
cross
that,
that bridge when we come to it, as long as you and I can keep on
Yeah. Yeah.
communicating.
So that's
And don't forget, you've
So
got your alumni address. I don't know whether you want
Yeah,
to keep on
yeah,
using
yeah,
the
yeah,
Galadriel
yeah, yeah.
one.
yeah. No, I
use
use
your alumni
both.
address. Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
good.
So that's
Okay.
Is that it? Yeah.
pretty
That
much
is about
it.
it.